9:35 p.m. 11/5/2025. Big news coming out of the UK Home Office. Major immigration rule changes have officially been announced for October 2025. If you're planning to move, work, or study in the UK, these updates could seriously affect your plans. The UK government has introduced a new points-based adjustment for work and skilled visas. From October 2025, applicants will need to score a minimum of 75 points instead of 70. This means there will be a stronger focus on English language skills, job salary, and qualifications. The salary threshold for skilled worker visas is expected to rise from £38,700 to around £42,000, depending on your occupation. The health and care visa will also see changes, as the government plans to tighten the dependent rules, allowing fewer family members to accompany visa holders unless certain income requirements are met. However, the positive news is that processing times for health sector visas will become faster, which is great for nurses, doctors, and care workers applying from abroad. The student visa category is also being updated from October 2025. Only postgraduate students in research-based degrees will be allowed to bring dependents, while undergraduates will lose that option. Students will also need to show at least 9 months of living costs in advance to prove financial stability. Another major update concerns the indefinite leave to remain process. Applicants in some categories will now need 6 years of continuous stay instead of 5. The government will also phase out physical BRP cards by 2026 and move completely to digital immigration status tracking to simplify verification and reduce fraud. These are big shifts, so if you're planning to apply soon, act quickly and stay updated through the official government website at gov.uk. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for regular UK immigration updates, and share it with anyone planning to move to the UK. Stay informed and stay ready. 9:52 p.m. 11/5/2025. Big news coming from the UK Home Office. And if you're planning to live, work, or study in the United Kingdom, you really need to pay attention. In October 2025, the UK government is introducing a major shake-up to its immigration system, one of the biggest updates in recent years. These new rules are expected to affect thousands of applicants around the world, from skilled workers and healthcare professionals to international students and families hoping to settle in the UK. The goal, according to officials, is to make the immigration process more balanced, fair, and focused on genuine talent. But for many applicants, the new requirements could make things tougher. Let's break it all down step by step so you understand exactly what's changing and how it might affect you. Starting with the biggest update, the new points-based system adjustments. From October 2025, anyone applying for a skilled worker visa or other work-related route will need to score a minimum of 75 points, up from the current 70. That might not sound like a big difference, but it actually is. Points are calculated based on things like your job offer, qualifications, English language ability, and salary level. The new version places heavier weight on English proficiency and higher salaries, meaning people with stronger communication skills and better paid positions will have an advantage. For example, the minimum salary threshold for skilled worker visas will increase from £38,700 to around £42,000, depending on the occupation type. This change aims to ensure that workers coming to the UK are filling genuine skilled gaps and earning enough to sustain a good standard of living. But of course, it could make life harder for those working in sectors that traditionally pay lower wages. The Home Office has also confirmed that job sponsorship will remain mandatory for most skilled roles, so applicants still need an approved employer who holds a sponsorship license. If you're thinking of applying soon, it's better to do it before these new thresholds officially kick in, because after October 2025, the competition is likely to get tougher and application rejections might increase for those who fall below the required points. Now let's talk about the health and care visa, which is one of the most popular routes for people coming to work in hospitals, clinics, and care homes. The UK has seen a record number of international healthcare workers in the last few years, and while the government values their contribution, they are tightening some of the dependent rules. From October 2025, not every health or care worker will be allowed to bring their dependents automatically. Only those meeting specific income and housing requirements will qualify to bring a spouse or children. This policy aims to control the rapid increase in dependent visas seen in recent years. However, there's some good news too. Processing times for these visa applications will be reduced, especially for high-demand occupations like nurses, doctors, and care assistants. The Home Office says it's investing in faster digital processing systems that should make approvals smoother and less time-consuming. They're also introducing digital visa status, which means by 2026, physical BRP cards will no longer be needed. Everything will be verified online, which should reduce the chance of fraud and lost documents. Another big area of change is the student visa. Starting from October 2025, the UK government will apply stricter conditions to ensure that students coming to study are genuinely focused on education. One of the most talked about rules is the limitation on dependents. Only postgraduate students enrolled in research-based degrees such as PhD or MPhil programs will be allowed to bring family members. Undergraduate and taught postgraduate students will no longer have that option. Officials believe this will reduce misuse of the student route, where some applicants were reportedly using it mainly to bring dependents rather than study full-time. Along with that, the financial proof requirement is going up. Students will now need to show at least 9 months of living costs in advance, not just for themselves but also for any dependents they're allowed to bring. This ensures students can genuinely support themselves while studying. Moreover, universities are being asked to monitor attendance more closely to make sure international students are actually engaging with their studies. Despite these restrictions, the government maintains that the UK still welcomes genuine, talented students who contribute to the economy and research sector. Moving on to another important change: indefinite leave to remain, also known as ILR. This is the step many people look forward to after spending several years legally in the UK. From October 2025, some ILR categories will require a continuous stay of 6 years instead of 5. The change mainly affects work-related and certain long-term visa holders, though family and asylum routes may still keep the 5-year rule. The reasoning behind this shift is to make the permanent residency process more selective, ensuring only those who have established a stable and lawful life in the UK qualify. Along with this, applicants will face a stronger focus on integration tests and English language assessments to demonstrate long-term settlement readiness. Another key announcement is about digital transformation. The Home Office confirmed that all visa holders will transition to a fully digital immigration status by 2026. This means physical BRP cards, vignette stickers, and paper letters will be replaced with online verification systems. Employers, landlords, and even airlines will be able to check someone's immigration status instantly through a secure portal. While this change might sound technical, it's actually one of the most significant modernizations of the UK immigration system in decades. It's designed to make the process faster, safer, and less bureaucratic. Beyond visa categories, there are also updates to dependents' rights, working hours for international students, and post-study work opportunities. The graduate route, which allows students to work in the UK for up to 2 years after completing a degree, is currently under review. Officials haven't confirmed any major cuts yet, but they hinted that eligibility criteria could become stricter from 2026. The government's focus is to ensure that those who stay after graduation are genuinely skilled and contributing to the UK economy, not just taking up low-skilled roles. Now let's look at what this means for families and employers. For families, the new income threshold for bringing dependents is likely to rise as well. Reports suggest it could increase from £29,000 to around £34,000. This will make it slightly harder for lower-income visa holders to bring family members right away. For employers, the sponsorship process will be more digital, but also more strictly monitored. The Home Office will require better record keeping from sponsoring companies to prevent abuse of the system. Altogether, these changes represent a major reshaping of how people come to live and work in the UK. While the aim is to create a fair, merit-based immigration model, there's no doubt that the new requirements will raise the bar. For potential applicants, the most important thing right now is awareness and preparation. If you plan to apply for a UK visa soon, make sure you understand the new rules early. Check your eligibility, confirm your salary meets the new threshold, and gather all necessary documents well before October 2025. If you're a student, talk to your university about how these updates might affect your dependents or post-study plans. And if you're already in the UK, stay alert for updates on the transition to digital immigration status, because that's going to affect everyone within the next year or two. To wrap things up, the UK immigration landscape is changing again. Some of these updates might feel tough, but they're also meant to modernize and simplify the system in the long run. Whether you're applying for a skilled worker visa, a student visa, or aiming for indefinite leave to remain, understanding these new rules will give you a head start. So, keep an eye on official announcements on the government website at gov.uk. Make sure your paperwork is in order, and plan ahead. And of course, if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for regular UK immigration news and updates, and share it with anyone who's planning to move to the UK. Thanks for watching, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next update.